What is going on, fellas, and welcome back to the Beta Save with Atletico Madrid. We are about to kick off the new season. Today we're going to play Real Sociedad in the first game, and we're going to have a look at the transfers. We're going to do the transfers first, obviously, because that's the most important thing. It's been interesting, to say the least. There's been some things that I probably didn't think in advance for, but it'll all work out fine, I hope. So, as it stands, currently we have a player who's on the... Okay, he's leaving. Giuliano Simeone, not leaving until next summer, so he'll probably hang around for a little while. We have no players possibly coming in. We have 116 million remaining in the transfer budget and 404k in wage budget, so you can probably tell we've done good. But this is how the transfers look at the current moment. We spent 163, made 142. This is fine. So we'll have a look who's left. Kieran Trippier, a one-season wonder, played really well. Then for 30 million, Man United came in and went, we'll take him. The board were like, yes, you will. They made a bunch of players leave on loan. Marin went out, Chapecoense, Miguel Rodriguez, Erakovic, Lassina Traore, all left out on loan. Then Saul left for Liverpool, 80 million. So he's gone. Pedro Niguez, I think that's who you said. One of the guys who came through our youth intake went to Sporting Gijón for 225k. Then Diego Costa left again, this time on loan to Roma. They're paying us 5 million for the season to have him on loan. Nobody wanted to pay his wages, so I was like, right, his wages are 300k a month or a week. So I was like, if we just get 500k from him, it'll pay some bit of his wages. So he's gone. Who else? Kalinic has gone out on loan. Javi Montero, who actually is a good prospect, went out on loan to Saint Etienne. Then there was a couple of others. Werner went out. Then a guy I actually wanted to play this year, Nuhen Perez, couldn't fit him into the team, so he's gone to Porto on loan. Versace is a new signing. He's gone out on loan. Anyone who was here for last year's Direct Football Non-League to Legend save will remember him, because I had him at Arsenal and then again at River Plate. Felipe, our centre-back from last season, gone to Sporting, 500k a month. He threw up a hissy fit that he wanted to leave, so he's at Sporting Lisbon now. Then Lodi has just left as well for Borussia Dortmund, 18.75 going to 23 million. So you can see the only two fullbacks we had last season are gone. So you think to yourself, oh, well, obviously you brought in new fullbacks. I brought in one fullback each side. So, Morata joined full time. So he's 55 million, came in. He had a very good season last year. Hopefully he can do that again as one of our own. Then we signed Juventus's... a kid who used to be a guy who used to be a wonder kid. Not so much anymore. Back like around here, he was a wonder kid, and then he just kind of became a nothing player. Has joined us for free. Says why not? Ben O'Connor is a 16-year-old English attacking midfielder / right winger / striker. He is, after coming in for 500k or 900k, sorry. A lot of that is like if he plays 50 games and if he makes his international debut, which he probably won't during the time of this save. So that's all good. We signed Cazetta, who I'm adamant is one of the best left backs in the game, who just never seems to get picked up at the start by anybody. Tried to sign him a good few times last year. He's our starting left back. We signed Quavin Kelleher. He's the other goalkeeper I talked about in one of the episodes previous. Played a couple of times last year for Liverpool. This year, He's an Atletico Madrid player. He's not really going to progress, but he's Irish. I wanted to bring an Irish player. We got him. Then we signed Erling Haaland. Now, 20 million. Possibly rising to 35. Again, it's like 50 appearances. All that good stuff. Then we kind of raided Vélez. We brought Versace and Almada. Both of whom can't be registered yet. So, that was a bit of an oversight on my part. So Versace, as you saw, has gone out on loan to Logrones. Almada hasn't left on loan yet, but there's still plenty of time. Then we signed the god, Arne Meyer. The board aren't happy because we spent 69 million on him. But I think he's going to do well. I think one of the clauses in his contract was he needs to play an international game. And I think here to get like 40 million if he plays. Then we dipped into the loan market and signed a Venezuelan goalkeeper called Farins. I'm sure everyone's heard of him. I think he was one of the most bought players last year. We're going to pay 4.7 million for him. I think it's because of we're going to be paying an awful lot of that. That 925k. It's going to be like millionaires are going to get an awful lot of money off us, essentially. We had the option to buy for 3.3 million. We'll see what happens. I don't see why I would, but kind of wanted to bring him in just as backup. And then we brought in Troy Parrott as a third choice striker with the option to maybe play him, but I don't know if he's going to get many games, but he's here now, so that's all that matters. And then we released a bunch of nothing players. This guy was one I actually was trying to get him to become a decent prospect player. He's got good finishing and he's got good first touch. He's quick-ish, but everything else is pretty meh. And they released him. I didn't realize his contract was up, so that's fine. So as you can tell by the transfers we've made, we replaced our right back because we have Vangerman from last season who is back. A left winger went out on loan. A centre back went out on loan. Two strikers went out on loan. We sold a centre midfielder. We loaned out a striker. We loaned out a right winger and another striker. Then we loaned out another centre back and another striker, and a centre midfielder, and a goalkeeper, and a centre back, and a striker, and a winger, and a centre back, and then we sold a left winger. So we have a very interesting squad. We're definitely not finished with the transfer market yet, but we're going to have to focus more on Spanish players and basically just EU players. Anyone who's got the ability to play is a European work permit, I suppose. Hector Herrera, I tried selling him because there was a lot of clubs interested in him. The second I offered him out, every club went, oh no, we changed our mind. Now he's pissed off. Viatolo was wanted by Arsenal at one point. They came in to sign him. So I offered him out to other clubs then to see would anyone else come in for him. No. The second I offered him out, all the clubs were like, we don't want him. So as you can see, we have a bit of an issue with our squad as Llorente is suspended. Koke is still injured after his foray into England with Liverpool, still recovering from his broken leg. It is now only 7 weeks away. Zabazali gashed his head, so he's not able to play. And Amada, not registered, but Frankfurt want him. To be fair, I probably would just send him off on loan and see what happens. Ben O'Connor is going to sit on the bench for us today, as is Troy Parrott, and 16, now turned 17, and is a professional, just couldn't think of the word, Alvarez, sits on the bench. So that shows the situation we've found ourselves in. We don't actually have a fit centre midfielder other than Hector Herrera and Arne Meyer. So Llorente, because he's suspended, Koke and Zabazali. We have 5 central midfielders and 3 of them are unavailable for today's game. I really thought this one through. This is the squad we're going to be putting out for the game against Real Sociedad. With Oblak in goal, Vangeman starting at right back with Cazetta at left back, Gorenk and Jimenez as our centre backs, Herrera and Meyer in central midfield, Correa, Yao Felix and Lemar on the in behind Morata, who I'm going to try as an advanced forward for a little bit. I played him primarily last season as a complete forward. I'm just interested to see how he gets on. Just kind of sitting further forward, because he did spend a lot of his time last year kind of around here, and I want to see what happens when he's more like in this area. Isaac is starting this game against us after playing half the season with us. He came in January, and I did consider bringing him back on loan when I realised we had 2 strikers. But then I was like, Troy Parrott isn't available to buy because they wanted like 170 million for him. But he is up eligible for a loan, and they had no problem sending him out on loan. It was us and Sheffield Wednesday. So that kind of shows the level he's currently at. But the squad isn't too different to what it was last year. I think Cazetta, Hector Herrera, just puts it over. Like Vangeman, Cazetta, and Gorenk, or as IntoRowZ calls him, the Grinch, puts it into the back of the net. Honda buys. Vangeman, Cazetta and Meyer are the only ones making their debuts today, but I have faith that they're by far and away good. Lemar hits the woodwork. I believe that they're good enough to play first team football. I sound so sure. I'm not. I'm slightly weary because we lost Saul. That's one of our best utility players gone. But Correa has only gone and dinked Rulli. I'm going to say it. Rulli. Hector Herrera up to Correa. Correa goes and just beautifully dinks the keeper. Yeah, Rulli. I still feel like Morata, even though he's an advanced forward now, is still sitting a little deeper than I'd like him to. So I might have to change that. We're only 11 minutes in. Cazetta wins the header. I had Cazetta, I found him last year with Hertha Berlin. Played him for 3 seasons for the beta. And then he left for Man City. I didn't realise I had a 30 million release clause on him. And I think he spent a season at Man City not playing. So, but Yao Felix offside. Yao Felix was really good at doing this last year, of being offside for goals, especially towards the end of the season. He did it constantly. Martin Odegaard, Correa picks up the ball, hoofs it forward to Morata. Morata gets quite a nice tackle, but he closes down Rulli. Vangeman, Gorenk lobs it forward to Yao Felix. Lemar puts Morata through. Morata tries to dink Rulli, and Rulli's like, no, not again. We did dominate the 3 friendlies we had in America, and then we had 1 friendly against Laurenco, whatever the team Versace went to. Lemar just goes wide. We won every game. I think we only conceded like 3 goals, so that was quite nice. Lemar puts it back in, but it gets cleared. I found it interesting that when Felipe complained that he wanted to leave, that no clubs kind of came in for him and went, here, we'll take him. I think we got 1 offer of 20 million for him, which, you know, I'm not going to sell one of the best centre-backs at the club for 20 million. just because he wants to leave. So I was like, I'll just leave him go out on loan, and if he really wants to continue to be gone, then I can maybe sell him next summer or in the January transfer window or something. But it's been interesting. I can only imagine what some people are going to say about it in the comment section, because it's been an interesting one. Vangaman, big ball forward. Morata really manages to get there and avoid looking rather silly again. Now he's backing away. I thought he was going to make a mistake and like roll it to Morata. Alexander Isak, all black. Beautiful save, but he was offside. Odegaard gets it away. Correa. To update you on what happened in the world of football, Pochettino got sacked, then Zidane got sacked, and Real Madrid signed Paul Pogba and Mo Salah. So I have a suspicion that Real Madrid might be a good team this year. Just maybe, you know? There's a possibility. Hector Herrera, or Lamar couldn't get it past Rulli. There was an opportunity for Oblak to leave, which he wanted. 80 million to Arsenal. And he turned around and went, no, actually no, I want. Morata, why didn't you shoot when you got the ball first? Lamar, because he's not selfish, that's why. Alvaro Morata, beautiful pass to Lamar. We are 3 up before halftime. Vangaman, big ball forward. Rulli, for some reason, heads it rather than trying to like maybe hoof. But Lamar puts the ball in the back of the net. And we're doing quite well for ourselves. Vangaman's been booked. Yeah, almost our entire defence has been booked. I'm not worried. Did I just see that Real Madrid are being beaten 4-0? I'm pretty sure I saw that Real Madrid were being beaten 4-0. There's no changes I want to make. Bilbao were beating Real Madrid 4-0. That's mad. First day of the season, Real Madrid are getting smashed. Vangaman doesn't quite get there. Oyarzabal almost joined us. And actually, Gravenberch from Ajax, the board said the offer I put in was too much, and then they decided to go after him themselves and offered more money than I offered for him. But Gravenberch doesn't want to join us for some reason. Won't even consider talking about, you know, wages and whatnot. He's just like, nah, thanks, you're grand. Lamar heads it in. Morata just pulls it wide. Our Barcelona are playing Celta Vigo today and are only 1 up. Oh, Real Madrid have scored against Bilbao. Is this the comeback? I'm not going to risk Lamar. Not risking Lamar at all. Going to put João Felix out on the wing, because that's what I was told to do with him at the start, and I was like, no. I think we're going to give Haaland his debut. While we're here, we might as well make another change. Vangaman's going to come off. I'm going to bring on Alvarez. Once those changes go through, we will change Haaland to be a striker alongside Morata and leave the lads run around in a 4-2-4 formation. Was that Cazetta got right in front of the ball there, deflected it away. Sociedad are still on the attack and it's just gone wide. We are now going to make those changes because the substitutions have gone through. So we're going to go ahead and make that change now. Forgot to hit play. João Felix sitting on a 7, not doing terribly. Haaland Haaland almost scored within 3 minutes of coming off the bench. That looks like it's over the line. Just saying. But they're saying it's not. So, obviously, it's not. Cazetta doesn't quite get it to his intended target. But we continue to press them to a degree. We're kind of stepping off, and I don't really like it. Alvarez, 17-year-old, getting his opportunity today. To be fair, we've been given a situation where we're not really in a position where we could do anything else, because so many of our players that I wanted to play aren't eligible to play because of the non-EU rules. You can only have 3. And I think we have 9 or 7. 7? I think I wanted to register 7. So a couple of players I've been sending out on loan, I've been trying to keep in Spain. But we'll have to wait and see. Grank, ball forward to Correa. Slides it in. Oh! Haaland almost gets the goal. There might be a penalty. What do we want to do? Kind of want to bring on Ben O'Connor. Put him on the wing, why not? I know he's more of an attacking midfielder, but I feel like just bringing him in, making him an inside forward, you know, he'll be fine. No penalty. Fair enough. Ben O'Connor comes on to make his debut. Troy Parrott, quite unfortunate not to come off the bench today. It was a terrible, terrible attempt. Gonna give the lads a little bit of praise. They're doing well. Jimenez to Grank. Morata. O'Connor. Oh, beautiful. Whoa. That cross. Was it a Rabona? And then Haaland with the goal. If you haven't signed Haaland, what are you doing? What are you doing with yourself? Morata. No, it wasn't a Rabona, but it was quite a nice cross. So O'Connor comes on straight away, makes a difference. Herrera. Oh, hit the crossbar, did it? Did it say we had 7 half chances? Yeah, well done, lads. It was a very nice victory. Well done. Thomas Lamar. Sort of took you off to avoid further injury. Just to let him know why he came off when he was playing so well. That is quite nice. So we do have a couple of positions we obviously need to look into getting new players for. Real Madrid did end up losing 4-2 to Bilbao. Oh, that's not good for them. Yeah, they signed Salah and Pogba. James went to Man United. Ordozabal went to Liverpool. Mariano went to Wolves. Or they didn't really lose anyone else. Was there? I'm kind of curious what their starting 11 looked like. It's not like Mendy didn't. Okay, well, their entire defense had a bad day, which is fair enough. Carvajal, Casemiro, and Isco. Let's go to Tisco. Came off the bench. Isco had a very good game. He did score, so you know. Bilbao, not a single substitution made. Interesting tactic. I always make my substitutions, regardless. Lamar's only out for 2 days with a bruised ankle. Meyer impresses on his debut. He was quite fantastic, to be fair. Arne Meyer, best player in the world. Just saying. Unless you're IntoRowZ and you can't figure out how to play him. They're trying to get me to sign Isaac again. I don't think so. I don't think we don't need him. So we're not going to sign him. Lorente is fit to play again. Or not fit, he's unsuspended. So what we're going to do now is jump ahead to whatever our Champions League draw is going to be and play probably that game and Villarreal. I suppose it depends on who we draw. Will depend on when we're going to come back, because either one of these could be an interesting game. So I would like to play Deportivo La Coruña on screen as well, because I think they were a good team last year in the second division, if I remember correctly. As you can see, like, we beat Seattle Sounders 7-1, LA Galaxy 3-1, Columbus Crew 6-2, and then Leonisa 4-0. So we were pretty good. We conceded 4 goals all season, pre-season, playing rotated goalkeepers. We aren't playing, like, I don't think Oblak played twice. I think he played once. Farimis played twice, and Adan played once, I think. But yeah, if you've enjoyed, please make sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe, share with all of your friends. Leave a comment down below to let me know how you think my transfers went. For the next episode, we probably will be looking at more. I hope we'll be looking at more players coming in, because if we don't, then we could be in more trouble than we were last year when it comes to signings. So, like I said, leave a like, comment, subscribe. Thank you very much for watching, fellas, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.